Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the DMC podcast. My name is Isaac. How are you doing today, Olif?
Doing good today, man. Had a good day. How about you? How was your day?
My day was good. I'm just a little busy doing a podcast now, but I wanted to
Course.
discuss a little bit about a certain figure that seems to be lingering around the internet these past few months. That man is Andrew Tate. What do you know about him, Olif?
Um, I know they're trying to eradicate him from everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they taking him out of the internet. Like they basically blocking him on every social media, so he get no reach no more.
Yeah.
And I know that he has some crazy points. Like
Okay.
he'll say some crazy things,
Uh-huh.
but at the same time, there's truth to some of the things he say.
Hmm.
So it's like he a very controversial figure. I
Okay.
could really care less though. It don't really affect my life.
Uh-huh.
But it's like I understand for people that are more targeted by what he says, why they feel the way they do. How you feel
Okay.
about him? How you feel about
I
Support
actually support him.
you support him? Okay.
I 100% agree with everything that he says, except for the misogyny. And now the misogyny is the
Everything?
crazy part, right? Because
Okay.
he'll say things like, "Women can't drive; they belong in the kitchen." I think that's crazy. I don't agree with that extreme standpoint. But then again, when he says the other stuff with, like you said before, self improvement, motivation,
Yeah.
all of that is very, motivational. I feel like I can support that versus the extreme stuff
All
that
right,
he
you
be
said
saying.
everything though.
Yeah, when he says things like, women can't
Women
drive.
can't drive.
But
like-
then again, it's. I'm not saying it's understandable. I'm not saying
Uh-huh.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
But he did also make a point where it was like from his personal experience, that's what he experienced.
But I feel like
Huh.
here's why I'll never say like I support Andrew Tate, right?
Hmm.
Because I feel like he not really someone that everything he says is supposed to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like I feel like a lot of the things he says, in a way, it's like a comedian.
Uh-huh.
Like in a comedian, what they always say is, they joking, but every good joke has truth to it, or it's something like that's
A little
the
bit
saying,
truth
right?
to it,
There's
yeah.
truth to
It's like
every
half
good
truth.
joke. Yeah. So I feel like with Andrew Tate, maybe he doesn't 100% think women can't drive,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like in his mind, he got some type of misogynistic like mindset somehow. Like the things he be saying is a little like that's something I never say, and I joke a lot. I'm a real goofy individual. You
I
know what I'm
feel you.
saying? So.
I feel you.
The reason I never say I support him is because I feel like everything he says isn't really supposed to be taken seriously. Even like some of the motivational things, like he'll be joking in that too. So it's like
Yeah.
I would say like I like only agree with the things he say to like motivate people that are in like a down spot or that are hating themselves. I do think he's really extreme with it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like the intent is good
Okay.
in some of the things, not everything. You know
Would you say that his views are given a more positive impact or negative impact? I guess.
That's a tough one, man.
Hmm.
I would say negative, but this is why I say it though.
Hmm.
I feel like with it's just because it's not necessarily of his delivery or like what he's doing, but I feel like it's because of the way kids take things in, right? Because like I feel like when a kid hears some and they think it's funny or they can relate to it, they gonna hop on it 100%. So they agree with they find a clip of Andrew Tate on TikTok one day. They agree with what he say or they think it's so funny. They like it, follow it, all that. Now everything he say, they swipe it through trying to find out. Oh my God, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate. They dress up as Andrew Tate Halloween, got bald heads and stuff, right?
Oh,
Like
that's kind of crazy.
people take it to an extreme, bro. These kids.
I understand that.
So it's like I feel like the reason I would say a negative impact is because that's what most social media influencers that like blow up give off. Because it's like at the same time though, I do see why it would. You know what? Positive could be one too, because
Yeah.
his motivational stuff like
Exactly. I
Yeah.
was gonna say, couldn't you,
How you feel, yeah.
also argue that these kids that are watching Andrew Tate are also seeing the self-improvement side or what he
Yeah.
says about depression now. I do remember him saying something extreme about that, saying depression isn't real, and that it's not a disease or it's not an actual mental illness.
Yeah.
But the stuff that goes behind that is actually factual, where he's, self-improvement, motivation, getting yourself, to work and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's all That's all really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna move on. Let's see. A lot of people have been a lot has been going on in the YouTube industry with YouTubers collaborating with Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this?
I mean, I know a lot of people say that they giving Andrew Tate a platform to do a lot of the things that he does.
Yeah.
Really, they just introducing him to a kind of different audience. I feel like when you blow up on TikTok, that's a large like amount of people that see you on a daily basis. Like the way that algorithm work, there's probably not one person on this world that got TikTok that ain't seen Andrew Tate.
I don't think there is.
Saying so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like when it comes to YouTubers, I feel like they're just taking advantage of it, trying to get their parts, trying to get their views, their clicks.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you do that, you got to understand, like, you got to stand your ground on what you believe.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to feel one way, don't let Andrew Tate on your stream and then basically say everything against how you see life or how you see things, and then you just agree with him like, yeah, yes man, type. You know what I'm saying?
He actually did a stream with Aiden Ross where that actually did happen, where Aiden Ross actually started pretty much being a yes man, like you said.
I saw that.
And agreeing to everything Andrew Tate said. And Andrew Tate would also try and advise Aiden into doing things or starting things. I mean, I'm not saying that he was wrong, because I honestly don't remember what he was saying.
Yeah, I don't remember all of it.
Yeah, but
what I do remember though is like, I feel like with Aiden, he's a funny kid, right? Funny guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying kid like he young.
Yeah.
Nah,
he's
my
older than
fault.
both of us.
But Aiden is like, he's really non-serious. Like, you cannot take this dude serious, like, unless he really being serious. So it's like, I feel like it's more of him not taking Andrew Tate serious, and like when Andrew Tate say something crazy, he'll just laugh. Like, I feel I'm the same way in a way. Like, if somebody say something like I can't take serious, I'm just gonna laugh at it, because it's like, it's so out of pocket, it's so out of like normal human like thinking that it's like, what are you even talking about? Like, just stop talking. You know what I'm saying?
But how about this though? Because Aiden Ross has a large platform, right?
Yeah.
And like you said it's not really Andrew Tate being given views. It's more of him giving them views because of his name, right? He's a big name person. But how do you feel about Aiden Ross, or other streamers who may agree with him on stream who don't necessarily actually agree with him? How do you think that looks on their viewers? Because all of their viewers are watching that as well. So it's like,
I mean, I've never had a platform that big, so it's like, it's hard to really comprehend if you're not in those shoes.
Yeah.
But like, if it's what you really believe in, I'm really firm on like, if you really believe in something and it's something you stand on, whether it's right or wrong, like, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But educate yourself on it first. You know, so it's like, if you're not educated on a certain point, I feel like if Aiden Ross or like any other streamer, if they're just to like not stand on a point, or if they're just to like, nah, my fault. If they're to stand on a point and not educate themselves on that point, like if they're to say, women can't drive, like that's the major one Andrew Tate was saying. If you agree with that and you don't do like, you don't have research for it, you don't have none of that, you ain't done your homework on it, you know, it's like, it's even if you do all that, like, women can't drive is a crazy point.
It is a very crazy.
So it's like,
very crazy.
But if you're gonna have a point, stand on it. Yeah.
Okay, I completely agree with that. Well, what we got out of this is Andrew Tate can be both negative and positive for social media, right?
Yeah.
But I do thank you once again for coming on. That's all we have for today. But thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for commercial break.